Good afternoon, preppers. Welcome to Goshen Prepping. Listen, there's always stuff in the news, especially recently, about catastrophes and problems here and there. What are they not telling us? Because there seems to be conflicting information coming out. Look at this article. Environmental scientist en route to Ohio, all killed in a plane crash. 4 scientists and a pilot of a plane all worked for the Center of Toxicology and Environmental Health. The Daily Mail reports that the group specialized in environmental data collection and incident management with a specific focus on industrial toxicology and hygiene. Their firm consults with business, communities, and governments on current and potential environmental threats. And they said the crash may have been caused by high winds and thunderstorms in the area at the time of takeoff. But now, they weren't going to the train wreck specifically. It says the explosion at the plant killed 1 person and injured 13. The plant's located 70 miles northwest of East Palestine, where the toxic train derailment occurred on February 3rd. And I find this very interesting. I don't know about you, but we have a plant explosion at the relative same vicinity anyway, compared to the whole United States, as the train derailment. And the people going down to check this out, investigate it, and see what's happening, die in this plane crash. And from the AP, this is very interesting. Toxic wastewater from Ohio train derailment moved to Texas. Toxic wastewater used to extinguish the fire following the train derailment has been transported to Houston for disposal, according to a county official in Texas who said there are outstanding questions about the transportation of the material. 500,000 gallons, which is 1.8 million liters, has been delivered to Deer Park, Texas. Congratulations, Texas, you get it. The government officials have readily provided the information they have, but what we're learning is that they themselves don't have full access to the information. They don't have all the information. She said, I'm not clear on who has the full picture of what's happening here, and that is a problem. They said they have 10 injection wells capable of receiving hazardous commercial waste, and they dispose it by putting it into the ground in Texas. There's also similar facilities in Ohio and Michigan. And I'm not going to be naive. Obviously, a lot of that water has to go somewhere, and of course, it's going to go into the riparian tributary areas, putting the water at risk going down the Mississippi River. But it's just amazing to me they ship it all the way down to Texas and inject it into the ground there. But there's far more than this. After the Ohio train wreck, Biden orders door-to-door checks. Biden on Friday directed federal agencies to go door-to-door in East Palestine, Ohio, to check on families affected by the toxic train derailment that has morphed into a heated political controversy. Under his orders, teams from the CDC and the EPA and FEMA will visit homes beginning Saturday. They'll ask residents, hey, how you doing? To see what they need and connect with them about appropriate resources from the government and nonprofit organizations. And again, the controversy spread far beyond the little Ohio town. Officials in Texas and Michigan expressed concern about that contaminated wastewater being transported to their states for disposal. And think about this. If we're seeing this major catastrophe, which is being called, by the way, the Chernobyl of the United States, Chernobyl 2.0, how is it spreading these incredibly toxic waste to other states is going to help? That's like going to the real Chernobyl. Let's take some of the radioactive material and just spread it apart across other parts of Ukraine. That's exactly what they're doing by putting it in our groundwater. And if you don't think something's up still, look at this. East Palestine rolls out a My ID program to help save lives. This was dated January 29th, days before the wreck. In an emergency, minutes can make the difference between life and death, but often critical information about the patient is lacking. So the East Palestine Fire Department is working to change that so they can provide better service to its residents and hopefully save lives. It's kind of like the old medical alert bracelet. However, it's new technology. They can actually use a QR code and bring up information very quickly. And it's a piece in where they can notify emergency contact and send out a GPS location of where you're at and what's going on. And I find this very interesting, all these little connections that could be made, because it seems to be there's something going on where maybe they were actually planning this ahead of time. You know, you always want to speculate about those things. But there's a lot of stuff that is happening behind the scenes in which mainstream media, of course, is not going to cover it. They basically do what they're told. Like, for example, the fire at the Oak Ridge uranium processing facility in Tennessee. There was a fire there, from what they say, a small fire, and also from what they say it was contained. In fact, I was going to put a video out, but watching it right away, they said, oh, they contained it very quickly. If you actually watch the prevailing winds, it goes straight to West Virginia and Maryland, where they're actually finding a very, unusual white substance that's basically coming down from the sky. And a lot of people said, oh, it's snow. Yeah, we know what snow is, obviously. But the EPA said, don't touch it, leave it alone, stay indoors, shelter in place, all these things because they have this unidentifiable white substance coming from the sky. And if you actually look to see where the winds go, it goes straight from that location in Tennessee straight over Maryland and West Virginia and parts of Pennsylvania too, mind you, where this white stuff was mysteriously falling from the sky. The government came out and said, oh, you know what? It's just the Southwest. It's simply just a dust storm that's kicked up and it's laying dust down in those areas. But it's one of those things where you and we may never know the truth about what's happening here. And it seems to be, and that's the problem, more and more we're finding all kinds of very strange, mysterious things taking place, and you and I are never told the truth. So when it comes to prepping and preparedness, we have to be ready for all these contingencies because, listen, if you're actually living in East Palestine or the place we're putting the groundwater in, or in Maryland and West Virginia where the stuff's falling, we've got to be ready for all these different scenarios. And I hope at the very least, Goshen Prepping, that's what we're doing, is getting you to think about these things and start being prepared, because it doesn't seem to be things are getting better, but instead things are actually getting much worse when it comes to problems and catastrophes happening across the country and across the world for that matter. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure you've heard of some too. And if so, put them in the comments below. Lots of weird things happening, and all we can do is be prepared. Thanks for watching.